Hello, Jen Joseph, Envisage Executive Coaching, releasing your confidence. I have three ideas, three ideas, the things that go against confidence: anxiety, self-efficacy, and trust. Okay, the third, which is one of the most difficult for a lot of people to do if they've been hurt, is trust. And depending on how you look at trust, there could be 6 to 9 elements in trust that would help to lay the foundations for confidence to grow. But trust is basically a lack of reliability in oneself, knowing that there is a sense of an inability to complete something. So, as I said, we're going to go deeper into the issue of confidence and what is it. And here's the first thing we need to understand. The person who is not confident but needs to demonstrate their confidence will often appear to be arrogant, which, you can see that it's confidence without merit. There's nothing behind it to support it. And if anything goes wrong, that house of cards falls apart. Believing in someone or something that is not true is another area that trust can be destroyed. And once that is also destroyed, you're really into a sticky place where getting out of that situation becomes very difficult. So a lack of trust can destroy confidence because of the element of reliability. So you might be the kind of person who you can start something and start pretty well, but because your confidence is shaky, that project is abandoned and everything starts to fall apart, delays happen, and you see it in work. You're meant to be reporting on something and all the excuses start to build up. It wasn't my fault, so-and-so didn't deliver on that. I couldn't make the call, we haven't got the budget, or the plans weren't in place at the right time. You see that, and it's the lack of trust that causes the stories to develop rather than saying, I'm sorry, I thought I could do this, but clearly I don't have all the personal resources I need. Also, it causes a person to be exposed. Now, whilst it's uncomfortable to expose our vulnerabilities, when we're working in relation to other people, we ought to make it clear that we are not totally invincible, that there are vulnerable areas, so that we can elicit their support for collaboration. But most of the time we think, oh, I've got a vulnerability, I'm not going to expose it. But we don't have the confidence to fill that gap. And so what happens is a lack of trust develops. And then there is the element of a lack of integrity, of honesty. Integrity is a big one, and I'll address integrity all on its own, but that's a big one, But without honesty and without integrity, there is no follow through. There is very little confidence either from the self or from other people. And we then end up in a situation where we really harm ourselves. So those are three things then that damage confidence or get in the way of strong confidence, and that's anxiety, a lack of self-efficacy, which is linked to self-belief, and a lack of trust. Okay, I'd like you to spend some time thinking about these things and where you stand. Where are your gaps? How can you address those gaps right now? And what can you do positively to ensure that you are vulnerable, but that you're not exposed? Okay, this is Jen Joseph from Envisage Executive Coaching, releasing your confidence.